Let's go live. Try to go live anyway. You're live. It says I'm live. Okay, so let's also get to over here and get to that. Go to speech. Turn on the torch. Light up the flame. Time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are. Here I am to explain, to teach, and create again. Thanks for being out there as always. I know I'm starting out with nobody out here, but that is okay. And I'm pretty sure somebody somewhere down the line is going to show up. Because I usually have something good to say, right? Right. Anyway, I am going to straighten up just a little bit. And hopefully somebody will show up. I know I do not give an announcement saying I will be on here at a certain time. Because I'm not sure until I get here that I am going to be here. I guess dedicating that time to the event might make it happen even more so. But with me, anything is possible. It's possible. It's possible. So, tonight I was just going to straighten up a little bit, maybe melt a few things, and let people show up and say hi, which, you know, is a good thing. All this glass that I have sitting on my table, and you know what? It's about time I straightened up a little bit, because I just sit here and pile it on and pile it on and pile it on and forget to do one small thing. Oh yeah, clean up once in a while. No, I do clean up. If I didn't, this place would really be a mess. I straighten. And I straighten some more. And I also straighten some more sometimes. But we shall see. Now, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and tuck a few things away. Like I said, screwdriver. Who needs a screwdriver? I do from time to time. Helps me take care of a clamp or two. Tighten up something once in a while. Never hurts to have it. So, ouch. Tubing's going one direction. Actually, that could be connected to another longer one, and that one can be too. That one, I would say, is long enough. That's silver, which can go... What did I do with the silver? Hey, Brian.
Hey, Libby.
Good to see you out there. I'm just straightening up a little bit before somebody showed up. That's the way I usually do it. Yeah, right. And I know you're saying, yeah, a little bit. I know you in a little bit, right. Well, I do organize from time to time. It does make a little bit of difference on my table so that I can find a few things. Yesterday I was working on a project, actually not yesterday, day before yesterday. Yesterday I worked on a project that didn't involve any glass blowing whatsoever. And that was just mainly for my own benefit. I was convalescing. Got to get lazy once in a while. But I'm getting better. And better and better and better. Those two can be put together. That one can be put together. And that one can be put together with a couple of them. So that's what I'm going to do at first, is just put some short ones together. And if you have a request, just ask. And I'll see what I can do about doing it, of course. There we go. Light up that torch. And, oh yeah, it might help if I put on the glasses, right? Right. I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Yeah, right. I know, don't quit my glass blowing job, right? So what are you doing tonight, Brian? Anything exciting? like I said, today I'm sort of just doing a little bit of straightening, making these short ones longer, which will help in the long run. Practice, practice, and more practice. Putting seals together never hurts. These two are chunked really good, so maybe I can melt them that they could still work. If nothing else, for a stem later. Or I'll add some more glass to the end of it. Got 2 people out there watching. Thank you for being there. Right now, I'm just...
Ronnie Bonin said, no, just washing you and laying around.
That's a good thing. I'll let you. As long as you're not laying on all the potato chips that I can't eat any. Bad joke, I know. Here we go. We'll put these 2 together. Have to blow that out a little bit. And add it to this one. One thing I do, one of the things that you see me do when I first start is just take some tubing that I have sitting on the table or rod and put them together and make them longer. And that's doing 2 things. A, cleaning up my bench a little bit. And B, it helps me work on my seals. Yes, even I can use some work on my seals. I'm not perfect by a long shot. And what happens is that you work on seals that you don't really have to make great and get them looking good, so that when you do work on seals that you have to really work on, they become even better. Just like joining these two pieces of tubing together. That's all I'm doing. That's the fun part. I blew it out a little bit, stretched it out a little bit. And now I'm going to see if I can't make sure that it's at least steady. I mean, that it sits well. It's not the best sealing of a joint, but hey, it's not the worst. And I'll put that away. Okay, one more. That one's long enough anyway. We don't need it. We'll put these 2 together. Oh, I already just sealed that one together anyway, so that's pretty cool. No, it's not pretty cool. It's still warm if I had touched it in the wrong spot. I'd have been like, Here we go. Okay. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one's gone. And another one's gone. And another one bites the dust. Any requests? A cat, a mouse, a swan, a bear, a whale, a snail, a unicorn, a lamp, an oil lamp. I had a couple of requests from the oil lamp department. One of them wanted me to make a genie lamp, which is pretty cool. I think that'd be a cool idea. I'll get that making, well, it would just be a lamp. It wouldn't be a genie lamp. I have in the past done an I Dream of Genie lamp, which was pretty cool. Yes, it's sold because I don't have it around anymore. Either that or somebody stole it from me, one of the 3. Who knows? That one's done. Oops, reaching right over the hot flame. That was not the smartest idea in the world. Make these 2 shorter ones longer, and then I'm going to just start making some tubing, I guess, unless somebody has a request. Yeah, that one is a little shady, but that way you can see what's going on inside the flame a whole lot better. I have to admit that. Looks good if you ask me. I'm not asking you anyway, you're not here. Yes, you are. There's a short one, and there's another short one. Yay, I got two to put together again. Straightening up.
Ryan Bonin said, a lamp will be good.
Okay. Actually, my sister came up with an interesting one. She wanted me to do a whale. And while I was thinking about the whale, I've done Jonah inside the whale recently, which would be pretty cool to have a Jonah in the whale oil lamp. See if I can come up with that. That would be interesting. Of course, the oil would come out of the spout. There we go. Put these two together. Blow it out a little bit. Not blow it out hard, but just blow it out. Make sure it's pretty straight. That's not doing too bad. Melt down this little spike thingy. Don't need to be jabbing in my hand when I reach for it. And there we go. I made I went through a whole bunch of them. What I had was, let me show you. I did these the other day on Twitch. But what these are, you can see each, wait, let's do it this way. Let's turn this off. Here we go. Okay, now I got it. Each one of these color bands is a different little piece of tubing that I was melting to the end and making something out of. And you can see that again with this one. There we are. Just getting it in the right spot so you guys can see it. And each one of those colors, again, does correspond with a piece of tubing that I put on there. And this one, here we go. See if I can get it in closer. No, I have to adjust that. This is going to be fun. We're going to try to do this while I'm sitting here. I got to take the didymium lens off for a second and try to readjust. Let's see if I can do this. Get it in there and see if I can't readjust the lens, because all it is about right there, I guess. Best it's going to get. I have to manually adjust the lens on this thing. Well, I can't complain. I only got the thing for like $5 or $6 on the internet, so get it. There we are. And it has a didymium lens on it. Oh, here we go. Still kind of crazy. Maybe that's what I need to do, is put a heavier duty lamp right here over my table so that you guys can see exactly. I've got an LED and it's off to the side over here, and it needs to probably be right in front, probably hanging diagonally with my torch, but we shall see. And this one, as you can see, it's got sort of like warps of color going on, and what I did there was I double reversed it. I reversed it one time and then reversed it another, and that's on Twitch, not last night, but the night before. So if you want to go and see that on Twitch. But actually, I can do a double reversal here real quick. I think I've got 2 or 3 of them that I can play with. That'll make it look pretty interesting. If not, I'll make some. Let me see if I've got some tubing that I can use. What I did was I went through most of the tubing that I did have and looked for short ends and pulled them out. And I did. I thought a pretty good job at grabbing most of them. Let me see here. Here's these again. Let me look through them one more time. Don't you just love my bouquet of tubing? Yeah, I went through most of these already. I did, actually. Went through these. And there's also another set right behind that I've got the actual camera hooked to in the back there. So let me see if there's one more set that here we go. I don't think I lifted this one out and looked at it. Let me get this one out. There's a short one. There's another short one. And this one. That's really short, but maybe I can make something out of it. A band of blue or something. Let's see. That needs to go here. That one needs to go here. Good thing I'm sorting through. That's silver fume tubing. That one's a solid rod. Another solid rod. So yeah, I'm sorting through these things and finding all the scrap that's not supposed to be in these certain spots. So that's a good thing as well. Do you have a request that you'd like to see made, Brian? Looks like nobody's showing up tonight. It must be Friday night and everybody's out partying. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be set up in Moorhead at the curb market because I've been doing that. Last weekend was their first weekend, and this weekend is their next time of being able to do it. So that should be turning out pretty good today. Okay, let's see if there's any other tubing. That one's a short one. That'll be fun to play with. I don't know if I lifted this one out or not, but I'm going to. Why? Because I can right now. That one I could probably use. Oh, that's got greens in them. That's good. That's solid ones, and that can go in another spot. That's a short enough one, and that's a short enough one. So, and there's one that I did. This one is just a donut, which was pretty cool. But there's no more in that, although I will take the short ends out of here and put them together like I have been doing. That one's interesting. Tubing, clear tubing, clear tubing. I'm just reorganizing as I'm doing this, which is turning out okay. So, it's not a bad thing. You got to go through and do these things from time to time. Just because. Get all of that out of the bottom of this, and then put these back in there. Oh, there's another short one. See if I can grab it. No, that's not a short one. That one's the donut that I did. Maybe I can put that donut to something. There we go.
Brian Bonin said, "You can do a lamp like the one of the Statue of Liberty."
Okay. You know what? I think I will. I need the challenge. Statue of Liberty would do really well. And I can get back to reorganizing this as I go along anyway. So, Statue of Liberty oil lamp coming up. First we'll find the tubing that we're going to use. Silver fume it. Yeah, I'll use some silver fume tubing that I already have made. That'll make a good base for the statue itself. I'll only use about half of what I've got right here, probably right up to there, and make the top of the statue. Matter of fact, I'll do that first. I'll do the head to the statue and maybe even do the wick to the Statue of Liberty first, and then go ahead and put it all together. Why? Because I can, right? Right. Okay. Getting things organized is half the fun, right? Right. Statue of Liberty oil lamp it is. Ah, itch. Long before I started even. This has already got fume going on, so we're going to use that as the head. One second, no, yeah, let's make it solid. Never mind. We'll put that back to another one later, but we're going to make the Statue of Liberty head solid. It has been a while since I've done this Statue of Liberty thing. Oh, say, can you... Jose? What do you mean, Jose? No, not Jose. Jose. I don't know no Jose. Never mind. Looks like you're getting a number one deal going on because nobody else is showing up there, Brian. Get all the attention. But I am glad that you're there. It does make a difference in my performance, believe it or not. Can't explain it. There's the head. Now I've got to make the spikes and stuff for it. First I'll do the hair. Sort of short hair. Ah. Now the spikes. How many of them are there? Can you go take a check on a picture somewhere? I guess I could too. Give me a second, see if I can get there. S-T-A... T... Wait, what did I do? Back. Why is it not going? What in the... This is ridiculous. S-T-A-T-U-E. Statue of Liberty, there it is. Search. And images. Images. Why is it freezing? Just to do this, it's not fair. There we go. Images showed up. Need one of the head. How many spikes? Holy cow, we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way across the top of the head, right? Right, let's do that. Three on each side and one in the middle. this down a little bit. I know I've asked before, Brian, but where did you say you're from? I'll get it right eventually, without having to ask so many times. She's got her tiara. And now her head's headed in the right direction, right? Right. Ah.
Brian Bonin said, Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, Texas. Cool. Yeah, my favorite song comes from there. I do a parody on it. All my Texas come from X's, looking for their alimony. All my Texas come from X's. I know, don't quit my day job. Boy, the bugs are out today. Big time. Usually they're not so bad. June bugs time, I guess, is coming up really soon. So
Brian Bonin said, 7 spikes for the 7 C's.
Well, that's what I got on there. Let's see if you can see that. Wait. Here we go.
Brian
3 on
Bonin
one side and 3 on the other.
said, thanks to Google.
Yeah, I did Google as well and did imaging. Google is a cool thing to have around. It gets you a little bit further down the road. Before, when I tried to do, sometimes I'd do something I wasn't sure. And it doesn't help to have dyslexia, where you tend to reverse things and miscount, stuff like that. There we go. There's the chin. Oh, I've got to add one more spike. Something happened to it. Oh, it must have melted down or broken down or something. We'll get there. All my Texas come from X's. That's Texts. Texas. Come from X's. Okay. 3 people watching. Good to see you guys finally showing up. That's good. I'm in the middle of making a Statue of Liberty head, and it's going to go on to, this is the head. It's got the spikes, the 7 spikes. There you go. Now you can see the 7 spikes better. And that's going to go on the head of this little statue that I'm going to do. And it's going to be an oil lamp, so that's going to be pretty interesting as well. So we're going to get there. And green stink bugs showing up. That's going to be fun. All over, flying right back at me. Must be the warmer day today. It's been cooler. Now it's warmer today, and so I guess they're out in force, as it were. Now, the wick. Let's get the wick going here. That I should probably do out of fumed tubing as well. Let's not use that one. What can we use? Is there one over here that'll be big enough for me? Oh yeah, this will work. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. A Now I'm working on the wick that's going to go down inside the arm and become the torch of the Statue of Liberty. And on the end of the arm, of course, is a torch that you will be able to light, and fire will come out of it. Which is, if you'd like to see my stuff on Instagram, it's over there. And also, I did a couple of them on YouTube recently. So that's my story on the tubing stuff, or the oil lamp stuff. Okay. Around my mouth. That's going to be interesting to learn how to get the handle on again. Yeah, those stink bugs are going to come out. This is making the hollow wick that's going to go down inside the oil lamp.
Brian Bonin said, "What is your Instagram handle?"
Lucian Libby. Should be, it won't be on this video that I'm doing right now, but it should be on one of the videos that I have already done. My bio is usually right underneath, and it tells you my Instagram, my Twitch name, my Facebook page number, and not really Facebook page number, but my Facebook page name and stuff like that. Same idea. Lucian, Lucian, Libby, Libby. That should bring it up for you. If not, it's not me, it's somebody else. Right. That's the handle to the torch. Now we'll put the fingers across it. Now flare out the top. Not blowing out where I want it to. There we go. Now see if I can't flare it a little bit. I'll have to redesign this a little later on, but this will do for now. Well, actually, I got the Statue of Liberty pictures up, so maybe I can get a better look at what the torch thing looks like. Okay. I guess I could spike it out a little on the sides. Just some interesting all the way around. That ought to do that. Not perfect. But when is my stuff ever picture perfect? Well, some of it. Well, okay, never mind. Flatten that down. That ought to work her. Now to adjust just how long this sucker's going to be. Narrow it down a little more. This is going to be the right hand. So it's got to go into the right sleeve. There we go. I'll readjust it a little later on, but this should do the trick for now. I'll come back to this once I set it all said and done. There we go. Oops, lost that whole star tip there. That's interesting. There we are. Let's look again to and see what's going on here. There. I can see about what's going on. Now we'll set that down and get to making the statue itself. I'll reshape it a little bit, but not much. Got to warm it in a little. Can't just throw it in the flame. For people watching, thank you for being there, guys. I'm working on a Statue of Liberty oil lamp. If you have any questions or want to talk to me about something, I can still work and do things at once. I know a lot of people come on and go, oh, I can't disturb him, he's going to screw up. Guess what? I'll screw up anyway. So talking to me, if you want to know something, I'll let you. As long as it's not 30,000 questions all at once. Right. What I'm doing now is just basically making wrinkles down the whole tunic for the dress. And I'm also going to probably have to add the other arm. I thought about what to put. Let's see what I can do about making the other arm here. Good thing I've got pictures to stand here and look at. Oh, it's getting that little tablet thingy in there. It's been a while, but I think I can come up with something close. Getting all the way around. Should have done it about half this size. Maybe I will still. Stretch out where the tunic's going to be. This is some nice heavy wall tubing, so it's going to make out a nice heavy wall oil lamp as well. There we go. Still don't think I'm going to use all of it. Let's go ahead and put the head on here. That's been chilling for a while, so I got to warm that back up before I throw it on there. Second thought, I'm going to hold off and do the arms first and then do that, which will be better in the long run. Why? Because I can. Score that off. This is a tungsten bit. All you do is make a scratch, wet it a little bit, and it usually nips right off. Yeah, I can make it smaller than that. I will, but I'm going to use this for the arms as well. Let's see if this will do it. Probably not, but we'll see. It's thin wall at the moment, and where it's put together is thick wall, so I gotta sort of give it a little bit and then puff on it. There we go. Probably have to turn around and add some silver fume at the very last as well to make it all look better. That's the one arm, and I think I'm going to blow this one out and just add some. I need about 6 different computers out here so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. This is basically, I gotta put the arm sort of dangling down with the tabulate in the arm. Okay, we'll just put it right about there. We'll have to make the tablet too. I forgot about that. Now we'll go ahead and put the head on. Whew!
Ryan Bonin said, when you do dichro marbles, how do you leave in the kiln?
I just drop them in the kiln and let them ramp down normally. Why? No big deal. You just got to make sure that You don't burn it before you put it in there. That's the hard part. Need to fix just a little bit on the chin there. Looks like the chin is not quite what I wanted, and the head is. Oh darn. Might have to redo the head completely, because I don't like the way it's showing or where it's going. Tilt it up a little bit, maybe if I can fix it. Head's high. Proud as she can be. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a Statue of Liberty head. Statue of Liberty for that matter.
Brian Bonin said, "Mine look like they shatter."
Well, that could be what are you ramping them up to? You're using Boro, correct? If you're not ramping them up to at least 1050, and what size marbles are you doing? Are you doing smaller marbles or are you doing bigger marbles? That's another question, and another answer to both questions, as it were. Now, let's go ahead and blow out right there. Clear out this little handle here, or this little hole where the wick is going to go down inside. Yeah.
Brian Bonin said, "Yes."
Yes, to all the questions, right? It also depends on whether there's stress or bubbles. You got to make sure that you really flow that glass when you do a marble. You don't want it to have a lot of problems down the road. Here we go. That's what I should have done. Darn it. Should have flared out the bottom before I... Well, I can do that. That's what I'll have to do. I'm going to have to seal that sleeve back up again for just
Brian
a little bit.
Said 1,050 and about 1-inch marbles.
Okay. You just got to make sure that you're not really having any air lines or stress going on inside that marble. It will make a big difference. Make sure it's flowing all the way around and that you got nice smooth marble going on in the meantime. Inside and out. You don't want any, you don't want to be fighting the glass. And fighting the glass, part of it is when you don't have the tubing or the rod or the solid piece of, that you're making into a marble completely flowing all the way through. There we go. I flared out near the base of where the legs are going to be, which is a good thing. Just that little bit is going to make a big difference down the road. One of the ways that you can make sure that you're heating it more evenly is to make sure that you do the XY axis. In other words, heat it up on one spot and melt all around. Like if you touch it here, you heat up everything down below the equator and below that, and melt that as much as you can, and heat that, and then touch it to what down at the bottom, or you already smoothed it out, and heat that. Tap off the other cold well and heat up the top, of course.
Zanin Hamish said. Also make sure the dicro is the same toe as the glass you're using.
Yes, that does make
Ryan
a big difference too.
Said. Thanks.
And then what I end up doing is I even do it from the equator, where I'll do a punte down on the equator and tap off at the north or south, whichever I had it at, and do the west side, and then do a cold well at the west side, and then heat up the east side. You know, so you're trying to make sure it's all smooth and flowing. You don't want it to have any stress throughout the whole thing. It also helps it if you look at the light source above you and look and spin that marble, and if you see it warping anywhere as you turn it, then you know that you've got to let that glass flow a little more. You want it so that there's no stress happening in that glass. Making a Statue of Liberty oil lamp at the moment. It's looking ugly, but it's getting there. All I got to do now is just take back a little bit of this. That's a good idea. Why don't I set that down for right now before I decide to break it and kill it. Oh yeah, it stands really good. That's good. Now we're going to get back to the wick that I did earlier. I don't need this big part of it on the end. Snap that off, fire polish it. Let's see how good or how bad it is at this point. Tweezers to hold on to it, and that's not going to help, is it? There we go. Oh, I got that bad off. Dang it. I guess I got to do a cold seal at the end of the arm here, so that I can play with it. Quick cold seal. That'll hold on to it for a little while. It's not on there permanent, and it might break off at any time. So this is so I can get some of this stuff off that I had to reseal the second time around. Point. There we go. Clear that out. Oh yeah. Let's see where that torch head is. There it is. See how that sits in there. Okay, we got a curve. Let it slump. That's another part of it, learning how to make sure that the wick will go down inside the piece without too much trouble. Still got to keep curving it. There we go. I guess I need to be doing it down here so you can see what I'm doing. Now we just got to tilt the, and we also got to open up that hole down there. It's sort of really collapsing, which is not good. Not good at all. Guess we can open it up with this, I think. There we go. Now to tilt the wick upwards. Guess the best thing to do is cold seal it here for a quick second and tilt it forward. Ow! I lost the top of it, but that's not bad. At least I can see the angles that I need. Oh, don't do that to me. Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I'm sorry you can't see. Maybe over here. There we go. Now just put that wick back thingy on the top, and it should be fine. I have definitely got to get one more camera angle so that you guys can see. This was to, oh, that might help too. Had a little bit of downplay going on. But there is the Statue of Liberty. And, oops. I broke off everything. Now I got to get back and do this whole thing over again. At least I know the angle that I have to come up with. Every time it drops and breaks. That's not good. Let's do this again. But that's one of the things you see when I do a piece here, is that you see me start from beginning to end, and if it screws up, you see me screw it up. And I leave it up there too. I don't say, oh, I'm embarrassed, I can't explain that. This shows you that you've just got to persist and persist and persist until you get what you want done. Now that flowed that very well. I'm going to leave this sealed off for the time being while I work the bottom into the torch, and then I'll make sure it opens up later on, I guess. Now that's working. That's a good angle for the bottom half. Now let's get the top half. Tilt it in the right direction. Let's see if that works. Okay. Oh, I collapsed it right there. Dang it. There we go. Let's keep going here. I got to get that wick better off. I don't know what I got to do, but I got to do it. I guess it's getting too hot and I'm not thinking correctly. That might work it. Got to do that now anyway, but that's okay. Yeah, let's come back to that in a little bit when I can touch it, if you know what I mean. Any requests that you'd like to see done? And yes, I will show you the finished product. This is not over. It is not the finished product, but it's close. All I have to do is make sure the wick works and also put the tablet in her hand, which will be pretty cool. So it will get there. That's what I need is sort of like a, that's what I'll do is I'll make it a flip thing that we can flip up the dark so that you can see and then not see at the same time, like so. So like have this, of course it's inside instead of over. That's what I'll do. Oh, now I've darkened it in the wrong places, haven't I? Can't even see it. Nope, nope, nope. That's not going to work. Oh well. That's in the wrong direction too. I guess that wasn't a good idea. It's... Oh man, have I screwed it up royal. Never mind. I just have to take it to the brightness. Now where am I at and where am I aiming? Oh, I see. This thing is... Oops. And it's going to walk. You can see it walking as I speak. Not even touching it. It's walking. Moving right along. We'll get there. Okay. Whoa, that's even really up farther off than I thought. Well, where the camera is anyway. Where it should be. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Dude, yeah, I should have left well enough alone. I know that I don't do that. I shouldn't, but I do it anyway. Here we are. We got the Statue of Liberty.
Zanin Hamish said, I've been on an eyeball kick lately. Can you make a evil/demon eye type thing?
Demon eye? I don't know about a demon eye, but I will do an eye. And you can sort of make it. And there it is with the where the torch is going to be coming out of. And the fire will come out right here at the very top. And I will show you this the next day or two. And I will also put the URL down below. So that you can see the finished product. And I'll also put it on Instagram when it's all said and done. So it's a work on progress, and I do finish it before I try to, but stress is happening on me. Okay. Eyeball. We'll see what we can come up with. Do I have some white that I can use for the eye? Actually, that is an eye. Very small eye, but an eye. That won't do. Here we go. Here's some white. I might be able to nip that off and make that into a piece for an eye. The only problem is this is probably China white, which means it's not going to play well with the boro. But we shall see. Okay? Now, of course it helps to have a piece of white to go by. And I'm only going to try to get just the round. No, I need it a little bit bigger than that, but we'll see how it goes. We'll stretch it and see if I can't layer it on some boro and make it look good, as it were. All right. So this... Let me try one more time at putting this lens back on here. Stupid me. Sorry, guys. Should have left well enough alone, right? Let's do it sideways. Of course the tape is layering over and sticking to itself instead of sticking to the sides of the... Oh, that's not good. That's good. There. Now let's see if we can't Yeah. Oh, that's the problem. I have to go through these lists of buttons here. Sorry. There's a negative one. Does that look good? Of course. There we go, guys. And it's going to walk. What in the... Oh, I see what's going on. Stupid camera holder is not going to do what I want it to do. It's going to do what it wants to do, which is not what I want it to do. Ain't that a kick in the pants? Now, where are we? What did I do? Sorry, guys. Come on. Never again, guys, am I going to do that while I'm doing this. Freak it. Closest thing you're going to hear me say a word to it like that, but I'm going to just have it so it's... You're just going to have to put up with the bright flame. We'll get there tomorrow and have it right. That's what I get when I play with things while you guys are watching. It takes me 3 times as long. We'll see what we can do here. You'll just have to put up with it. Even this one's not even on the right place at the right time. There we are. Tilt that up. There you go. Pew, pew, pew. Yep. That's what I get for being on painkillers at the moment. Went in and had some tooth surgery done yesterday, so my cognitive skills are not as good as they could be. Right? Right. Okay. I'll flatten that down. Let's use this. This will work. There we go. Five people watching. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm screwing up tonight, but I'm still here and I'm still trying. We all have our good days and we have our bad days. First thing I do with an eyeball is, again, I get the basic shape of the eye. Like so. Then we'll get the round of the eye and then put the iris in there. Well, not the iris, but the black part of the eye. Demon eye, I guess you would have to make the black part of the eye more of a slant or a slit instead of the roundness. And I guess I can do that with this guy while I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Let's make his eye some green colors. Basically, I'm just taking some green exotic and I'm leaving a little bit of in the center so that I can add the black, as it were, and I've got some turbo cobalt that I can add there for that. I know, I make it look easy. I've been doing it for a few years. Eyes are a lot of fun. They really are. You can play with it. You can make it the shape you really want. The green exotic is my green exotic encased stuff that I've got that I do, which works out really, really well for something like this. And if you want to get detail, you could go ahead and take some red and do the tree or the branches going out from the bloodshot eyes, as it were. Now the outside of the eye. Another thing that you can add to this to give it a little bit more is the top of the lens on most eyes have a nice clear round over the whole deal. And that's what you can do here is you can take, I think I'll use 8mm, since I have it handy, and just layer it near the middle of the eye. And that'll add a lot of magnification on top of the eye itself and give it more roundness at the same time. Just making sure that you do make it round on the top. Make sure you heat up the whole thing while you're doing it as well, because a lot of times that's the biggest problem, is that you don't heat it through and it sort of throws it off. I should have done this before I finished putting the clear over it, but it still will be okay. Add some more clear here. And now I think I'm going to use blue for the outside brow. This isn't perfect, and I should probably start the oven, and I don't have the oven going at the moment. I didn't think I was, well, I got the light at the Statue of Liberty going too. I guess I should. I'm getting there. Thanks for being out there, guys. You do make a difference in my performance. I know it's sucking right now, but it'd even suck worse if you guys weren't there. Let it cool down, and then you can probably see that. But I'm going to go ahead and add the brow to the thing. Yeah, it's getting there. Yeah, it's so bright. Sorry, guys. It's looking really good. There, it's cooling down enough that you can see it. And it's got the green in there. And it's not the perfect shape or anything at the moment. But we're going to do blue trim for moon blue for the here we go. This one. This will do. Whoa. Tried to grab it and reposition my hand, and it just flew out of my hand. Interesting. Okay, guys, let's do this. Eyebrow. A lot of times I usually put it on top of the actual eye itself and above it. Maybe just a little bit more on the top. Eyelid, not the eyebrow, excuse me. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and just round some on the bottom of this eyeball. Oops. Good thing that other one was there. It had dropped in my lap. Or I had the other cold seal going on, or it would have dropped into my lap. Yeah. There we go. My camera is inside the house, or I'd take a picture of this fairly quickly and put it on Instagram. But I will anyway. Oh yeah, that's an evil looking eye. It's got the anger going on. It's one thing that's missing on this is that you can't see the three-dimensional look going on as well. But it does have that three-dimensional look going on. I'm going to put a bail on top of the eye. Now, another thing that you can do to help stress relieve some of your work. Let me get this bail on here and I'll explain. Is make sure sometimes if you heat it up and stretch it from side to side a little bit, like you heat it up the whole thing and then stretch it a little bit from side to side. And you can also heat it up a little bit and stretch it from top to bottom a little bit so that you know that the middle is more or less flowing enough that you can move it. Does that answer some of your questions about your eyeballs? Cold seal there. I'm going to heat it up from top to bottom a little bit and stretch it in the middle. Just a little bit. Elongate it just a little bit. There we go. Not a lot, just a little. Right into my lap practically. I was trying to round off the bottom of that. Let's hold it there. I think this will give you a better look.
Zanin Hamish said, very cool.
Again,
It takes me an hour to make something not even half as good.
It all comes with practice, 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 and oh, by the way, more practice. And once you get the most of the logistics down, that's the hard part.
Close one.
Close one? What do you mean? Now let's see what I got to do to this guy. Nip open the end here. Nip off here. It is all in the practice of what you do and what you feel like you need. You know, if you just got most of it down, just like me. I mean, most of the time you guys give me a challenge, and it's something that I've done before, but I just haven't done it recently. But most of them, like the elephants and the dogs and the cats and the mice and the swans and the bears and the whales and snails and unicorns, all of that, that is so... It's like you somebody telling you to write the word cat out on a piece of paper, and you can write CAT without even thinking about it.
Said, was close to your landing in your lap.
Oh yes, you're right. It was, but I'm good. I'm good. You didn't. Thank heaven. The Lord loves me. And that's one thing you'll see is me make mistakes, and I try to correct my mistakes as well. I don't try to just say it's over with. Now that should go through the oven, that eye that I just did, and I'm not putting it in there right now. I'm just sort of playing. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm glad you thought of me telling or reminding me about it. Let's do that. Actually, I got to get a couple of things out of there first before I put more stuff in. Some other stuff that I've done. Just need to get it out of there. Oh yeah, I got a lot of stuff over here. Holy cow. Just needed to be annealed, and I got it up to temp last night, and it got the job done. Stuff that I've had on the table, and I just haven't. Snake, an eagle. Oh, the eagle belongs to somebody else. He came by and did that. Actually, that's a collab. Half mine, half his. I'll leave the rest. That'll be fine. Go ahead and put that in the oven. I will show that off tomorrow evening on Instagram after I take it out of the oven. I have to be gone tomorrow morning. I'll be in Moorhead area doing a... How? That was stupid. I picked up that Moorhead area doing what's called the... I need to make it longer. Dang it. I guess I can add down on this end. Or I can make one more lamp now that I've got most of the design down. Whew. Let's do that. No, I won't. I'll work with this. Get this off and add some more to it. Needs to be a little longer. There we go. Add some more tubing to it. Now there's some tubing that I can use to connect. That'll have to do. Nope. Let's use this one. Gotta stretch this out about another 1/4 of an inch to an inch. I think that's so. Thanks for everything. I enjoy your company. I will be back. Thank you. Okay, now I got to do this right. I've got to go over here and end the stream.